Hello and welcome back to the channel, guys. So today we're going to be testing the RTX 5060 Gigabyte WINDFORCE edition of the card. We're going to be playing Cyberpunk 2077. I'm going to be pairing it with the Ryzen 9800X 3D. We're going to be running 32 gigabytes of DDR5, 6000 MHz RAM. Here's how the GPU looks inside of the ASUS Hyperion case. Alright guys, let's get into the video. Alright guys, so we're starting out with 1080p here. I don't have any upscaling or anything on because I know you guys like to see native resolution here, so I'll just turned off just for now. We're playing with ultra, literally max settings here. We don't have any ray tracing on though, so no RT on, no frame generation, so just pure performance here. Okay, so we're getting like 80s here, so it's not too bad. It does look really bad on my screen, guys. It really does, because I am playing on the 4K monitor here, so 1080p here just doesn't look really good at all. The 1% lows are pretty bad, but this game does have these like when you go into a new area, it does stutter a little bit sometimes. So, oh, there you go. It just loads something in, basically. So you are going to get these stutters all the time, basically. So it's a bit of a shame, but it's going to keep happening, sadly, guys. So you're just going to have to deal with it. But yeah, 80, 70 FPS, it's not too bad, you know, considering we're not using any DLSS or anything like that. I don't want to stay on the setting too much because, you know, with this type of card, you do want to enable DLSS. Even with any card at this point, I mean, DLSS just looks so good. You do want to enable it. But there's a lot of flickering at the end there. I don't know if you guys saw that. We'll zoom in on the recording here for you guys, but yeah, there was a little bit of a flicker there, so it does flicker quite a bit here. It just doesn't look that good. I do really recommend DLSS here with this game, and even frame generation, because it just really helps with the performance here. Right, we're going to try out some DLSS quality here quickly. Alright guys, so we're still in 1080p here. I did put DLSS on quality here. And still no ray tracing and still on the same settings here, so ultra settings. Alright, so we're getting 110 FPS here, so much more playable. And the 1% lows are as low as, you know, the base FPS was before, so it's much better now. Still a little bit of flickering in this game though sometimes, and yeah, it just loads in some areas, some texture. It looks really weird, honestly. It does look really weird in 1080p. I do recommend, if you can, guys, playing 1440p in this game, because the image is just so much better than 1080p. I don't know what they did, because like I remember on my 3070 when I used to play in this game, 1080p looked really good. I don't know, I just don't feel like it looks that good in this game anymore, honestly. I don't know what it is, but just try and enable that 1440p, I think, if you can, because honestly, 1440p just looks fantastic. I think it's the sweet spot, especially for this game as well, because everything just looks so much better in 1440p here, but the performance is really good, guys. 100 FPS is really not bad, honestly, and you know, it's really playable, and it doesn't really stutter that much like it did before when loaded in stuff, so that's a big plus here as well. Yeah, it just feels really smooth, guys. It doesn't look like, I mean, it doesn't look amazing for me because, like I said before, I do have a 4K monitor, so it doesn't look absolutely fantastic, but it looks really decent, honestly. It really does. But 1080p, I think it looks alright, honestly. Alright, guys, still in 1080p here. And we still have DLSS on quality here. And I did enable ray tracing here. So ray tracing is enabled here. What the hell is this? Look at that. Look how big that is on my screen. Path tracing is off because, you know, with this card, you're not going to really want to put path tracing on. So I'll have that off. And we still have high, ultra, whatever is the highest settings you can put on, basically. Okay, so we're getting like 60 FPS now, 70. So we're getting around the same FPS we were getting with native resolution here. So it's not too bad. You can still play with ray tracing on this game. Do I recommend it? I don't know if I recommend it, guys. Honestly, it just feels so much more like clunky and like laggy and stuff. So I don't think I recommend with this card any ray tracing, to be fair, because it's a 5060, guys. You know, it's got 8 gigabytes of RAM. We're literally basically hitting that 8 gigabyte mark as well. It's just really do not recommend ray tracing with this card at all. But we are going to try some frame generation. Maybe it's going to smoothen it out like it normally does do. So we are going to try that as well and see if it does help. I really hope it does, but I mean, it definitely will, to be fair. It definitely will, because frame generation always smooths it out a lot. So, but the 1% lows are looking really bad as well, guys. Look, we're getting 8 FPS here, so we are not in the most intense area as well, guys. Dogtown area, you are going to get way less FPS, so you have to keep that in mind as well. So if you're getting like 70s here, you're probably going to get like I don't know, 60 to 50 FPS in the Dogtown area. So do keep that in mind, guys. If you're going to play in that area, you're going to be like dropping a lot of FPS in that place. So just generally keep that in mind, because it's just going to be really, really laggy for you there. So, and here it's already laggy, so never mind in Dogtown area. We are going to go down there in a minute to see how the FPS is looking like, but... Or maybe I should just... I think I'm just going to stay here just to like show the performance difference, because like if I go there, the performance is going to be way lower and you guys are going to like see different FPS, and yeah, it's just not going to... It's not going to be fair for the other settings that I've tested, so... Right, we're going to put some frame gen on. I'm going to put it ×4 though. Alright guys, so we're in 1080p here. We have DLSS on quality, frame generation ×4, and let me enable that ray reconstruction. I keep forgetting about that setting. Also, we do have ray tracing on, and we still have ultra settings on here. Right, let me stop my FPS counter. So we're getting 200 FPS here, guys, and also I've noticed that V is absolutely naked in that car, so I forgot to dress him up a little bit there. He had a little visit with Panam, so yeah, he's just he's a bit naked there, guys, so don't worry about that. But yeah, we are getting that 200 FPS here, which does feel smooth, even with like, you know, the delay. It still feels all right, because, you know, 200 FPS is still all right. I mean, I know it's generated, but still it does feel really smooth, guys. So it doesn't look too bad either. Like I thought, you know, putting on frame gen it's gonna look horrible, but I don't think it looks any more worse than it did before. So that's at least a plus here, and it is way smoother. I feel like it just feels really nice. I would probably play like this, guys. We're gonna try path tracing in a minute as well. So we are gonna try path tracing in a minute and see how it runs here, but it seems to be really good though, honestly, and we are getting these reflections on the car here, so it does look pretty nice here. Oh, what's going on? Alright guys, we are back, and we are in the same position we were when we started the test here on this with these settings, and I'll tell you one thing, guys. I actually don't recommend these settings just because it's running out of VRAM. That's why it was so laggy and it just crashed the game. So it loaded up the VRAM so much that it just crashed the game. Because look at that, guys. I didn't even notice, but we are using 8 GB of VRAM now, which this card only has 8 GB. So I just, do you know what? The thing is with this card, guys, if you had that 12 GB at least, you would be able to use the features that they, you know, put out for these cards to use, but you can't even use them because it saturates the VRAM so much, because VRAM literally gets saturated even more when you use frame gen, like over a gig sometimes it uses. So with this card, you cannot afford to use a gig more. So as you guys can see, that we just literally just ran out of VRAM before, and the game just crashed completely. So yeah, I don't actually recommend these settings, sadly, because you can't literally run it. And if I put path tracing on, I think it will crash instantly, because path tracing is going to probably use a gig or two more as well, so you're just not going to be able to run it. So that's why you need to watch these benchmarks like fully, you know, because see, I showed you guys in the first like 20 seconds it was running fine, but then look, we crashed instantly. And I've noticed that a lot of people in my videos just like they watch like 5 or 10 seconds of like the settings, and they're like, all right, you got 20 FPS, all right, that's fine, and they go to the next setting. You need to kind of try and watch it for at least a minute, because you see what happens, guys. It literally just crashes completely, and you know, you would think the settings are alright, and then you will go in my comments and say, oh, I crashed in there, it didn't run for me. Well, that's why I'm testing it for a bit longer, so you know, the VRAM gets saturated and everything. So yeah, I was going to test path tracing, but it's no point because we are running out of VRAM. So I'm going to try 1440p quickly. Right guys, I was about to test 1440p, but I thought I'm going to test one more setting here. So we're still in 1080p here, still have DLSS on quality, still have frame generation ×4, but I did put here medium settings here. So let's see if it will work with medium settings. One's low here because it only has, you know, it doesn't have a medium settings. I just put it to low here, and yeah, most of them are medium here. So let's have a look if it's gonna run, guys. I'm gonna drive around for a little bit, so we're still getting that 200 FPS that we were getting before. So let's just see if it is gonna crash though, because I mean it's still hitting that 8 GB mark, guys. As you guys can see, this is 1080p. So yeah, it's just honestly, that it just shows you how 8 gigabytes is not enough. Like, you can't even enable the features that you're paying for with these cards. It's literally FrameGen just uses more VRAM, so if you have the VRAM, you can't even put the feature on. Makes no sense at all, but that 8 gigabytes is just dumb. It really is. But I do like the multi-frame generation and stuff. I really do like the technology, but it's just sad when you have 8 gigabytes, you can't even use it. So, especially in a game like this where you are going to want to use it because this game is really demanding. So, yeah. Let's see if it's going to... I think you're going to be fine with medium settings, though. It seems to be fine. Because before, it was just constantly on 8, and then it just ran out of VRAM and we literally crashed. So, I think now you're going to be fine. Maybe in the Dogtown area you're not going to be fine, but I'm not sure. But I think mostly you are going to be fine here with these medium settings. So I think you should be fine here, guys, with this with these settings here. But yeah, it's just sad that you can't play with Ultra when this is literally a 1080p card. But alright, I think we're gonna jump into 4040p now. Alright, guys, so I put 4040p on now. We have DLSS on quality here. Ray tracing is off, frame generation's off, and we are playing on ultra settings here. And we are getting 80 FPS here. We are going to drive around here for a bit and see how the VRAM is getting saturated here. If it is going to run out of VRAM, because we did start with 6.5 gigs, and look, we're already climbing up to nearly 7.5. So, but I think we are going to be fine here with these settings. I think when we enable ray tracing, it's going to completely go to shit basically. So we are going to have to probably lower the settings to medium or something like that to enable ray tracing, but I don't think even that's going to help it. But it is fairly playable though. 4040p does look significantly better than 1080p, so if you do have a 4040p monitor with this card, which I don't really recommend this card, but if you do have it and you are playing with 4040p monitor, do enable 4040p because it just looks so much better, guys. It really does. But yeah, I do recommend more like the RX 9060 XT because you can even play in 4K, guys. I have done a video on it if you're interested. I've done a review on that card as well. Go and check it out, guys. I've done reviews on both of these cards, but I don't really recommend this card that much, guys. Unless you're playing like, I don't know, some like FPS games and that's all you play. I think this card's decent, but if you're trying to play these type of games, I really do not recommend this card. Especially in the UK when there's like a £30 difference, you know, like well, £30 is literally not much. It really isn't. So if you spend an extra £30, you get 60 gigabytes of VRAM and it's just so much more playable. So, and you don't have to ever worry about the VRAM as well. So, alright guys, so we're still in 4040p here. I still have DLSS on quality. I do have ray tracing on now, so ray tracing is on here, and we have medium settings on as well. Here you go. Why is my nose being so annoying today? We're getting like 45 FPS, guys, and you know this is not even the most intense area, so you're not gonna get great FPS in the Dogtown area. You definitely are gonna drop to like 30, so it's just not looking good, guys. 40 FPS here, it's not really playable, and it's really laggy. I'm not sure how it's gonna look on the video here, but I'm looking at my second monitor. It doesn't look bad on the second monitor, like the capture that I'm getting from this game, but it's really not good, guys. Honestly, for me, it feels really, really laggy here. I do not recommend these settings, and you can't even enable FrameGen because you're going to run out of VRAM completely. So we're already basically running out of VRAM anyway, so you can't really even enable the FrameGen to help you here. We're dropping all the way to 30s here as well, so the 1% lows are really bad as well. It's just not a good experience overall, guys. I really don't know what's going on here. You can't enable any of these settings with this card because it's just that VRAM is just so low. If you do want to play this game properly, you probably would have to get that 16GB model, the 5060 Ti, so it's just ridiculous, honestly. You can't even properly play here. I don't really know what other settings to try. Maybe I'll put low settings on here and see how it does, but I don't know. It's really not doing well, guys. I'm going to try them low settings and see what's going to happen. Right, guys, so we're still in 4040p here, still DLSS on quality. I do have ray tracing on still, and also I did put all the settings here to low. I think I'm going to turn these off as well here. Completely turn these off. Everything's to low. This setting you can't put to anything lower than medium. Yeah, these are the settings. Yeah, guys, it really did not help. Oh, it seems to be even laggier than it was before. We're apparently getting 18 FPS now, so I'm not really sure what's going on here. It seems to be worse than it was before. Maybe the VRAM's just completely... Yeah, I think the VRAM's run out completely now, guys. Yeah, because we were using 16 gigabytes of RAM before, like the normal system RAM. And now it's all the way up to 17.5 gigabytes. So I don't know how low in the settings made it go up, though. But yeah, we are running out of VRAM now, guys. So let me restart the game and see if it's going to change at all or not. Right, we are back, guys. I've just restarted the game and we just landed here. We are hitting that 8 gigabyte mark, so even the settings I showed you guys before are probably like not good either. So it was running really well for a while, and then I mean really well, it wasn't really well, it was 45 FPS, but at least it didn't drop down to like 15 like we just saw a minute ago. But I don't know why lowering the settings made the VRAM like just saturate even more. I really don't understand what happened here. But in 4040p you definitely cannot play with ray tracing, so if you do want to play in 4040p, just don't enable ray tracing because it just uses way too much VRAM, and even lowering the settings all the way down doesn't even help. So yeah, you're just gonna have to deal with no ray tracing, guys. And you know, it still looks really good though without ray tracing in 4040p here. So it's still not too bad, but it's just sad that we can't even enable frame gen. And I'm not even gonna try, guys, because let's be honest here, if we're already running out of VRAM, putting that on is just gonna go over the VRAM even more. So you know, even that frame gen is not going to help, so it's just generally no point putting it on. I think I'm going to end the video here, guys, because there's really nothing else I can really test here. I think, like, I'm not even going to try and put 4K on, guys, because it's just stupid at this point. So it's just going to be a waste of time, basically. So I'm going to just end the video here, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, because I want to see what you guys think about this. So yeah, signing out, guys. See you in the next one. Thank you for watching.